We tend to forget that we are in a body and we wake up and go on autopilot. It's very important to cultivate this awareness of how we feel when we wake up. If we do not ground ourselves, our tree, if we don't feel our roots when we wake up in the morning, we're always in our head. We don't have a deep breath. We're not grounded in our body. We don't use the stream of our chakras together, and we get stuck into specific loops using the same energy over and over and over again. Everything works in a quantum way. We're here to assist our generation and our bloodline to shift the timeline by us embodying the timeline that we wish to experience, the highest probability of what we truly wish to see and who we truly wish to be. And you come into this physical dimension and you choose to have a vessel, but you bring with you frequency, right? How do you bring it? By becoming aware that you are it, that it runs through you, that you're not this distorted, limited person, that you have so much power and so much potential to discover within you. So it's important to do an energy check with our bodies when we wake up to remember, yes, I am in this body. Who am I? Who do I wish to be? How am I feeling today? What of those things that I'm feeling are not mine? Check yourself, like tune in and see. What are these thought forms? Are these thought forms mine, or are they coming from people's perceptions and projections, and I'm feeling everything that gets stored on my field, in my body? How can we clear all those things? How can we find stability in the instability? How can we really ground when everything is going on around us like crazy? Today we're going to talk about this. When we forget that we are in a body, our chakras get out of sync. They're not aligned. Therefore, we don't come from our center. We come from where the energy is pulling us. Sometimes we cannot be stable in our foundation or even in our body. Our posture is not straight. Our breathing is not deep enough. It's not straight. It doesn't come from the right place. One technique is when we wake up and still laying in bed, to close our eyes, breathe, and feel our breathing getting lower and lower and lower. And we bring back awareness to the body and we push that blockage, that anxiety down, because when we wake up, our cortisol levels are higher. So when we lay there and we bring back awareness to the body and we say to the body, it's okay, relax, you're safe now, just breathe. You lower your breath below your belly button. You take a few deep breaths to relax and to maybe remember your dream, and to remember that now you're in this dream of the physical reality. Don't check the social media yet, just stay there, close your eyes, maybe have your earplugs in, and notice how you feel. Relax the nervous system. Feel your body parts, feel your arms, your legs, feel the weight of your body, feel the bed. When we become aware of the body, we're more aware of our feelings, our thoughts, our emotions. We enter conscious sovereign presence, and this can happen when you ground yourself, when you lay on the floor and you begin to breathe. We can do some postures and stretching techniques and breathing techniques, expand the energy body, and we can then charge the light body, and we can feel as one with everything, with all the elements. But the important thing is that we have these layers of grounding. We have the body, we have the room. Sometimes we work with the body. Sometimes we need to work with the room. We're not present enough. The environment that we are in does not help us to ground in our body. So what do? We use the room. We're more mindful. We're more present. We expand our energy body, our field, to feel the room. We push the distortion out. So it's important to breathe deeply, to expand, and to know how to lower down your breath so that you can expand the entire field, right? When you feel that your focus is not there, expand into the room. Feel more of your presence. Push other cables out. State your presence. This is my territory. This is my room. You can do the same with your house. What I do to know where my territory begins is I grid the perimeter of the house. I also gridded my room because I live with other people and I want to state this is my territory. You're not allowed to enter without my permission. I also gridded the perimeter of the house outside so that I know this is where my house is. This is where my territory begins, so you're not allowed to enter. Or I know how to visualize, how to push other energies out of my space and really ground myself. Knowing visually how to see that, you're more able to use specific mantras to call forth your spirit team and clear your space. And so when we expand to the house, we're more able to feel one with the elements. We're more able to feel safe. We tune in our hearts to the ground. We feel the womb of creation of our house. We feel as one with the house, and we feel safe. We feel like we're in the womb of earth, because our house, it's like our body. It's like our house is our mother, and we feel safe and connected with everything around us. Just like with Gaia, we tune in our umbilical cord to Gaia with specific techniques that we're going to talk in our next session. We feel the connection, we feel safe to be in our body, to open up to our house. And when we do this, we are instantly in conscious sovereign presence, as one with the elements. We breathe, we hear, we smell, we feel things in a higher frequency. We hear the birds, the wind, we feel the wind, we are the wind, we feel all the elements as one. And when we're able to find that neutrality and 0 point within our bodies, our spirit team is testing us. How much focus do you have? How much stability? How much are you ready for this? And if you're ready, every time they give you more and more and more. You can use your energy body. They step in and they show you how to use specific mantras, specific techniques, and they teach you how to operate your vessel, how to operate in the dimensional room as sacred geometry, using your body, using your chi, directing your chi, and knowing how to create and clear and bring things in and elevate in presence and frequency. And you can use dormant strands of your DNA. This is what we're doing. You are activating dormant strands of DNA, and you know how to use your skills and abilities, your unique traits. Nobody is the same. Everybody has a different piece of the puzzle, but when we all work together, we make this easier for everybody to understand, and also for ourselves to feel safe and supported by the collective soul family. We work with the sacred geometry of our body, the sacred geometry of the water within. The way we use these layers of DNA and why everything is DNA through my eyes is because everything is quantum. We are the elements, right? All the external elements are also in our internal DNA. When we use specific poses and techniques and all the things, we use the sacred geometry of our body. Not only we use the sacred geometry of our body, but we use the sacred geometry of earth. Combining mantras and pressure points and breathing techniques and stretching exercises, we activate our ability to calm ourselves, to calm our nervous system, and to work with the sacred geometry of everything. When we bring the body to this homeostasis state that is divine neutrality, we don't feel any distortion, there's no judgment about anything, we just are. We just feel more of our power. And deeper level to access the dimensional room, to access our unique abilities, ourself, our oneness, our connection to everything. The grounding techniques are to clear our bodies from cables and perceptions and feelings and emotions and thoughts that we run when we are on autopilot, and we calm ourselves, our body, our mind, our emotions, and our breath. Then it just clicks. You just feel as one, and you're training towards mastering this. And every time you activate more and more strands of dormant DNA, when you're ready, your guides will work with you and will show you more and more. From my experience, this was an intuitive training. We detach from the physical, but not really. It's lighter. It's not as heavy in density. It's light. So you will feel yourself, but you're also going to guide yourself from a higher level of what needs your attention, of what causes the blockage, or what message your spirit guides wish to bring forth to you that you can work on. And then you'll know how to use the right technique and how to remember the information, and maybe you'll begin to do automatic writing about it. Just remember to have your journal next to you so that you can take notes of the steps. That's basically the way we use to communicate with my guides. Sometimes it's direct, sometimes it's with telepathic visions, and some other times it's through automatic writing. The first technique that I wish to show you is the coffee press technique. We begin by scanning the body. We use fire breathing and the Fibonacci sequence with our breathing to bring in and out the energy and clear our energy stream, our chakra points. And we use this by pressing down the stagnance and the anxiety and all that pressure. We push it down below our belly button. We press and clear and breathe, and we use the Fibonacci sequence. So today I want to show you visually how to do this so that we can then proceed to the practical. We scan the body by pressing down and clearing our energy field, and we direct our chi with stretching techniques, foam rolling, yoga poses. We can direct the energy to specific areas of the body. We clear each chakra point and directing that energy to the ground. We become aware of the crown chakra, where most of the cables are, and we push our ceiling up, and then we feel on our throat chakra that energy. We can push the energy upwards, and we can visualize the cables. So we use both the crown and the third eye, and then we feel the cables moving from the throat and detaching from our crown and then from the throat. The throat is also connected to the heart and to the sacral chakra. When we bring our awareness to our throat, then we push the energy downwards to the heart, and there is a specific place that we can pressure so that we can feel that distortion moving. It's like a blockage of breath and focus. We bring it down to the solar plexus, and from the solar plexus we apply deep pressure, and we become more aware of our abdomen, our breathing, and something is there not allowing us to breathe fully. So there is a deep pressure point technique in the solar plexus that we can do, and then we push it from our rib cage to the abdominals, and we push the energy to the umbilical cord, and then from the sacral chakra we adjust the womb and our kundalini and the root chakra. When we clear the sacral chakra, we feel the tail of our kundalini. The energy is sometimes focused outwards, and what we can do to bring more of our awareness and focus in the body is there is a technique to feel that tail, and instead of going outwards, to bring it towards the body, and it feeds our body instead of feeding other external agendas. So when we use a coffee press technique and we clear our chakra stream, we can then use the sides of the body. When we clear the center, then we work with the sides of the body. Sometimes we work with the sides of the body, the left and the right side, our hands, everything has to sometimes work with the middle and sometimes we work with the sides to bring homeostasis back. And then when the body and the chakras are clear, we feel more of the energy body and we work with the mudras to basically use the light body. But we can also charge the light body and train our third eye to see things, to begin to focus on things using the energy of the sun. And that is why it's important to work when it's in daytime with the sun, to work with the elements, because when it's nighttime, it's a different energy. We work during the day with the nurturing part of ourselves. And then when the night comes, I personally prefer to use my night aspects to become stronger, direct my chi in another way to process things. And I do this by working out in the gym and not having my night aspects feed off my energy. I do direct all that energy so that I can feel better, sleep better at night. And basically I have prepared 2 videos for you, video 1 and video 2, of how to calm the nervous system, and you will learn how to perceive inorganic energy in your body, how to grab that ball of inorganic energy and drag it and push it through muscles, tendons even, and directing it to specific areas in the body intuitively to be released. It's going to be faster and faster every time you do it. So it might take some time to figure it out and to learn how it works, but the more you do it, the more you're going to be able to master this. We calm the nervous system, the water within our body, the sacred geometry within our body. We feel the room, we expand in the room, we expand in the house, and we're able to work with the dimensional room. Now, the water element. Why it's important to talk about the water element? Because our breath calms the water within the body, just like the air provides life to the trees, to the earth. So when we align our inner elements with our external elements, their sacred geometry matches, it's aligned as well, so it becomes one. In the beginning of my training for the techniques, my spirit team wanted me to fill a jar of water, put it in between my heart, in between my breasts, and feel it. When you put that water on your heart, you instantly feel a shift in energy. You focus your energy on the water and you feel this water, this temperature cooling down your system and grounding you and reminding you of the calming effect of fresh running water. It reminds you of the organic elements, because we live in this construct inside our houses with all these distractions, surrounded by other energies, and we forget nature to feel our bodies. Our house, our room, we forget. We just exist on autopilot. Then when I need to put the water jar on my heart center, feel it, calm my body, my breathing, push the breath below the belly button, straighten up my spine, and then I could drink the water. And I could really feel so much better just by doing this. So we started with this, and then I was shown the coffee press technique as the time went by. You can try it if you want to, if it resonates. So we forgot how to tune into the mother. We want to bring that back, and the only way to bring that back is through our awareness, through our self-awareness, the connection that we have with the energy field, because we forgot, we detached. It's there. We need to feel safe again, to remind the inner child that it's safe, that the mother is here, we are the mother now, and we can restore that connection with Gaia and with ourselves through homeostasis, through self-awareness, through cultivation of this connection. The connection we have with our bodies, our womb, our mother, the breastfeeding, our ability to also feel one with Gaia, Mother Gaia, the womb of Gaia, which is earth, and the way we tune in our chakra points to the ground and to feel safe in that womb of the earth. That Mother Gaia is here. We can tune into her, we can release, we can feel her, we can allow her to ground us and to love us, and we can feel this connection with all the elements and the animals and the trees and the water and everything that is here to help us. In the same way with the cosmic energy, that is basically a womb in a womb in a womb in a womb. Everything is creation, everything is in motion, everything has a beginning point. This is basically the shamanic work that we do. So when we apply pressure to the abdomen, we bring blood flow to organs, to muscles. The consistency, it changes the energy flow, it changes the energy, the chi within them. You know, you feel that organ, you feel that energy, you feel yourself, that area. And we're clearing toxins as well, clear inflammation, we clear anxiety, we clear anything that is blocking us, whether it's organic, whether it's inorganic, whether it's from our own mind, or whether it's from something else, by bringing the hormones into a state of homeostasis, the fluids within the body back into balance through our water, our chi, our breathing. And then this opens up the energy fields around our body, and there is deeper self-awareness, have more energy back to you from your sovereign state, to feel more of yourself, of your presence, of your power. Another important thing is the balance between our physical life, the external life, and our alone time, where it's more introverted, more for recharging. So balance, and through this discipline comes alchemy, because we work with both ends of the spectrum and we bring it in the center. We find our strengths and our weaknesses, and we work with our aspects and our inner child to heal what needs to be healed, to transmute the DNA traits from our parents, our grandparents, the entire bloodline, the traumatic things that we've experienced through this life, and to bring balance to the imbalance. It's important to create and implement this solitary time in our daily routines, into our daily programs. Maybe wake up earlier, or stay up longer, or take days off, or use this time when you have your days off, or use this time in between your breaks. Create this time when it's more suitable for you, and implement this alone time in your schedule. to be able to unplug and to feel your body, to feel yourself. It's important though to do this in the morning, so maybe wake up earlier, do the water jar technique, the breathing technique in the bed, feel the cables, calm down your nervous system, maybe do some stretching techniques, yoga, bring your fluids into balance, begin from there. Maybe take cold and hot showers in the morning to feel more of your body. The more you do, the more disciplined you are, the better the results will be. Through the stretching techniques and the pressure points, we move calcification. Usually our neck and our shoulders, there are certain fears that we have, emotional and etheric cords. The hips usually are for forgiving yourself and forgiving others. And the lower back is usually worrying about money. Louise Hay talks about all the things, what exactly creates these pains in the body in her book, Art of Alchemy. Do a forgiveness meditation for that, or do a soul clearing. Create that vision in 5D, bring it down, affirming it every day through affirmation. You bring your 5D vision into the 3D version, so it becomes physicalized. So we tune into the ground to get to experience presence in a way that opens up our senses into esoteric alignment. That is a sovereign state of freedom, of a higher inner standing of unity that is both felt, seen, and heard, and it's both physical and energetic. We feel deeply rooted with earth, deeply rooted with our bodies as earth, because of the connection that we have with the water and the blood. When we align our frequency and calm our air, the nervous system, we ground into the rhythms of creation. We ground into our core, which is infinite. It's connected in a quantum way with all planets, the multiverse, and we activate this interdimensional communication, this interdimensional portal that comes from infinite freedom and presence. This will be our natural state in the years to come. There's going to be a shift into a higher plane of existence that is already happening, but we need to master that. We need to master our physical and the energetic as one. Our focus is connected to our sovereignty, the sovereignty of the consciousness. The more distractions there are, the more we need to balance our minds to be stable, to use our focus to not be distracted easily by the external. So there is this war on consciousness constantly to steer us away from our true presence. That is why it's important to apply discipline and to have a structure to counteract all the programming that is trying to steal our attention and our focus. We have the ability to reverse gravity, to embody flow and lucidity within the body, so we don't become the density. We rise above it and we hack this program from the inside out, from our bodies. We push the cables away and we are this ball of light, this sun itself that light grounds and brings balance not only into ourselves but into our environment. And this training of mastery takes time sometimes, because we have so many things bombarding us over and over and over, and sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes we go through emotional things, sometimes we go through family things, we go through losses, all sorts of things, but it's okay. We need to be patient with ourselves, build resiliency, become stronger than our environment and rise above it. And when the life knocks us down, to stand up faster and stronger every time. If you need a break, take it, but never quit on your life, never quit on your purpose. You're here for a reason and you're doing an amazing job. So it's a body earth body vehicle, literally. It's how we use the sacred geometry of our body and our breathing when we're stretching and aligned with the earth breath, the air element. Light equals fire element. It is charging up our spirit, it's boosting our metabolism, it regulates the hormonal responses. It's also the plasma, the sun energy. It nourishes like a mother's child. We're here to correct the relationship between mother and child by being the mother of our creation, working with body and mind, healing, alchemy as one. Our umbilical cord is connected to our kundalini. Through the umbilical cord, we have all the ancestral lineages connected there. It's from where we connect to the mother, the creation. So when we do the clearing techniques through the umbilical cord, we're clearing the entire generation through our bodies. Our intestines are connected energetically with the hips. Emotions are stored in the solar plexus, in the intestines, and they disrupt the digestive process and the grounding ability of the body. And we need to clear that blockage. When we do the stretching techniques, we drop into the heart. We breathe effortlessly until there is heart coherence. Our chest is connected to our inner child, our self-expression. So if you're heartbroken or in fear, you had a traumatic event, connect to the heart. Feel your chest, massage it, feel your presence, breathe. Give the heart this love that it deserves. Remind your body that you're here, you're present. Release the blocked energy through pressure points. Bring the energy down from the heart, from the chest, from the breast to the solar plexus, and then from the solar plexus to the umbilical, from the ribcage to the umbilical, and from the umbilical to the hips, and from the hips to the thighs, from the back to the lower back, and from the buttocks to the hamstrings, and from there to the knees, and from the knees to the calves, to the shins, and from the shins, from those tendons down to your feet, and from your feet to the toes, from your toes to earth. And then we move the energy from the top of the head to the neck, from the neck to the shoulders, from the shoulders to the arms, and from the arms to the forearms, the palms, we work with the fingers. There's also an area behind the ears to the throat. We clear the throat here. There are techniques and the expression, but there's also an area of the ears that goes through the jawline, and there's also calcification fluoride. We can move the fluoride from the jawline and the lips and even the nose. You can feel it here. Through time and repetition and discipline, it's going to move, it's going to dissolve. As I said earlier, with the water helps us feel more of our inner water with cold and hot showers, into a degree where you feel that maybe it's too much, but I want you to go beyond your limits, so you can feel yourself unplugging. You can feel things happening inside your body. So we have earth through grounding and stretching. Through the smell, we have hygiene, essential oils. Through the smell, we become more present, more aware of our environment. And so with the fire element, we use the sun. We charge from the sun, and we also use fire as a way to structure. Fire, our passion, to create, to organize, to plan, to do things. We also have the seeing and the hearing ability. We can see things through our self-image, to admire things, to apply gratitude for the internal and the external, and to hear things with music and things that elevate our presence. Blending the seeing and the hearing. What am I seeing? What am I hearing? Is it helping my water to be calm, or is it triggering? Is it making me feel uncomfortable? How am I feeling in my body? Am I in a sovereign state when I'm hearing and seeing these things? Work with yourself and know, how am I feeling when I do this? Why am I doing this? Is it because someone else told me to? Where is this coming from? Forgiveness, release, embodiment, adjustment. Observation and conscious sovereign presence goes together. And I will link a video below for you to check. So when there is body coherence, we have heart coherence, breathing coherence. We work with all layers of DNA. We practice with stretching and yoga, meditation, observation, presence, heart coherence. The first layer of activation is the body. We feel the body. We have an inner tree awareness, which is our chakra stream. We then work with the room through the Alpha and the Omega mantras that we're going to do in the next session. And through the Alpha and Omega mantras, we scan the body and we activate our light body. After the activation of the light body, we are able to work with the dimensional room. We are aware of our inner and outer sphere, because it's not only a circle. You'll see later. You use your inner and outer sphere as well, and you operate through that sphere. So we begin by focusing on the inner tree, our chakra stream, and the alchemy that activates the sacred geometry of DNA. And then depending on what layer we're clearing, because there are many things that we can do when we're grounding and clearing, it's not always starting from the head to the ground. Sometimes it needs focus on a specific area. Maybe you have a hook or a pain there and you need that to go away. So we don't start from the head. We start from the area that is infected or inflamed. So depending on that, we choose one of the 3 ways of grounding, or we do all of them at once, depending on how we're feeling. It requires a lot of energy and chi, so be patient with yourself and take it slow. It's not a one-time thing. You do it one time and you're done. It's a training. We're training towards mastering the self and the different layers consisting of that. And then we begin with energy scanning and the mantras. There's things we can do to work with the third eye, focusing the third eye, and to start seeing things and visualizing things that will help the third eye to remember how to focus. So a way to do this is by expanding into light body. When we feel the heat of the sun, it reveals our frequency. At what frequency we're oscillating at. How are we in our emotional state, mental state, and it helps us to charge up, ground through the sun. We can feel that energy and we can adjust our cables when it comes to the crown and the third eye. When I do the energy clearing with my body, the techniques with the water and the stretching techniques and the breathing techniques and the pressing of the energy, I move to the environment and I light ground. So I sit in the sun and I work with my third eye and my crown, and I expand my energy body to my environment to clear and light ground and adjust the energy around my territory. I work with the sun in this way. So when we feel the cables that are in our environment, we can push them and clear them and direct chi in this way down to earth. We work with the crystalline grid systems of earth, because we're light grounding information from the sun through our bodies to earth. We become these pure vessels. So the further we push, the more open we become. Adjust your posture. I want you to sit straight when you sun charge, to breathe deeply. Sometimes I have the help of my cats. They connect with my light ship and they help me direct the energy in a better way. But if you don't have cats, you can practice this on your own. I have created a guided meditation that takes you through each step to visualize the sun, to become the sun, to feel your light body and expand. But you can also use music. I like to use music as a meditation, and not just calming music. I use dubstep music to move the energy and direct it through my entire body. And sometimes I use the sounds, with throat singing or meditation music for other reasons, but I like to be explosive in my meditation. So I use the music in this way. So when you close your eyes and you use music, become aware of the color of the sun and the geometric proportions. Focus on the center of the third eye and create the infinity symbol in front of you, circling your eyes, and play around with it. Begin from this area or from this area. You can go backwards and bring all your stream together. Bring the infinity symbol in your space and around your space. You become it, you move it with your energy hands, and you work with your spirit team to light ground and clear through the infinity symbol, sovereignty. It becomes your field, it expands through you. Spin that infinity symbol in, through, and around you, and expand it. Use any colors you wish to visualize. Let your imagination spin that energy, dance with your energy body, dance with those colors, direct those colors, clear your territory, push that energy away, breathe and ground and push. Become that vessel of pure light. Become everything, expand into your environment and stay to your presence like a sun that you are. Go from left to right, and from right to left, and from front to back, and from back to front, and then circle around and push. Use all directions. Choose what resonates with you. Follow your own intuition. Expand the infinity symbol above your crown and circle in a spiral form around your body. Visualize the movement into colors, white or gold or blue or pink or even rainbow. Choose what resonates with you. Feel your fields expanding and visualize the music by seeing your brain lighting colors through the rhythm. Merge with the sound and the music and feel your power. You are bigger than your physical body, so expand into size. Go bigger. You're bigger than the sun even. Expand this through your body, out to your environment, your territory, your city, your state, your country. Expand globally to the solar system, to the galaxy, to the universe, to the multiverse. Radiate that light. Change the entire structures through your presence. Move it like waves of energy, spiraling waves. Clear all the density through your chi, through your breath, through your expansion. So for our next session, I want you to practice these. I have 2 videos for you to relax the nervous system with foam rolling, stretching, and exercising, and feeling light body. And I want you to try this with the sunlight and the music. And if you need any playlist or music, follow me on Spotify, Miss Millennial Starseed. Yeah, so I want you to practice this. And also what we talked about the structure in our first session. And then next week we're going to work on the techniques and the more practical things to bring more activation. We will dive deeper into the techniques and into each area of the body and how we can use each specific area to ground that energy. Okay, but you can also do this with the stretching exercises and the postures and the coffee press. I'll show you more of the coffee press technique and the Fibonacci sequence in our next session. To take notes of this video, practice the things from the first week and the second week. Do this energy check when you wake up, to use the water element, to structure your day, to feel your body, to be in this presence. You are the power that you need. Feel yourself, free yourself. Okay, I'll see you in our next session. Go get it.